Well, we're here at Cheltenham Racecourse. I'm glad to say I'm joined, of course, all week by Grade 1 and Cheltenham Festival winning jockey Danny Mullins. Danny, great to see you again here. Now, Flooring Porter, 12 months ago, obviously a great day for you in your career and at this racecourse. Obviously, he's back once again. How confident are you he can retain his title?
Yeah, I think he's a big chance of doing it. It's a competitive race. You know, there's plenty there. Himself and Classical Dream and Lochthorns earlier in the season. Pretty much all of the English horses there form ties in together. But, you know, Flooring Porter, he's only 7 now. He's only coming to his prime, really. And I think putting his best foot forward, he'll take all the beating in the race.
Yeah, left-handed track suits, we know that. Ground as well should be fine for him. No kind of obvious excuses on the face of it in terms of getting back to his winning thread.
No, I don't think so. You know, the further he gets into a season, the more mentally relaxed he is. And once he gets out there in a nice rhythm, I think, he'll run a big race and hopefully be there to finish.
He comes here a relatively fresh horse compared to a few of the others. I mean, Time Hill accepted. Is that always a deliberate ploy with him? Is he a horse who you don't want to overface and not give too much, don't want to go to the bottom of the well too often with him?
Yes, they stay in hurdles. You know, they can take a lot out of horses through the early part of the season, and Gavin has tactically placed him again this year. Last year he ran in Leopardstown Christmas, had a bit of time off, came to Cheltenham and won, and there was no reason not to do that again this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Flooring Porter goes there with major claims in the Stairs Hurdle, of course. The 450, the Mares Novices, you're riding Statuire here. It could be a bit of a sneaky individual. She's got some very good form to her name, of course, a Royal Bond winner. Last time out behind Sir Gerhard, the run almost seemed too bad to be true. What was your take on it?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You know, I think she just ran so far below herself, and, you know, she didn't run at Christmas, and hopefully that run at Leopardstown just a good pipe opener for her here. Back in again, the Mares, you know, she's a Grade 1 winner in the Royal Bond and Open Company again, the Geldings, so hopefully here she can get back to herself. But the favourite in the race, Dino Blue for Willie Mullins, I was very impressed with her in
It was Navan, wasn't it?
Clonmel it was.
Clonmel, yeah, well done, yeah, you got me there.
So yeah, I think she might be the one that could put in a big performance, but hopefully I'll be able to catch her on Statuire.
Absolutely. I mean, spring ground here poses a totally different question for a lot of these mares. If you look through a lot of their unbeaten form, it has come on very deep ground. I suppose, are we always in danger of dismissing an individual just because they haven't run on the ground? Doesn't necessarily mean they won't be able to handle it. In regards to those towards the top of the market, who do you see as the biggest threat?
I think Dino Blue. You know, Brandy Love, her jumping just let her down in Fairy House the last day, and obviously going left-handed this time should be a big help to her. But, you know, I think Dino Blue is the one I'd be having on the short list at the moment.
Dino Blue as the biggest danger to Statuire, of course. Yeah, I was surprised by her price, actually, as a previous Grade 1 winner in a Mares Novice Hurdle. Before we go, the big clash is the forerunner race, if you like, the Turners, but Bob Ollinger and Galopin Des Champs. Which side of the fence would you be on? Who would you like to ride?
Well, I'm Mullins, so I'm going to be a little bit biased, so I'd like to see Galopin Des Champs win. But, you know, I suppose they're two very talented horses, but a little bit of chalk and cheese. You know, Bob Ollinger has been very careful in his jumping so far, and he just needs to get a little bit braver and faster with that. You know, Rachel gave him a very good ride in Punchestown to nurse him around and win that day. 4 fences were taken out down the back in Punchestown, so maybe he lacks a little bit of experience jumping, where Galopin Des Champs has been a very good jumper, but when he was travelling so easy at times in Leopardstown, he'd thrown in a few massive leaps, and just don't want to do that at speed around Cheltenham. He needs to just get a little bit better and more efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose it's an interesting angle as well with Galopin Des Champs. He's got his small field. In the build-up to this, we were worried about potentially would he have a big field to contend with and whether that would put pressure on his jumping. I suppose that side of things may not be as exploited as much as it had done in previous years, shall we say, in this field.
Yeah, you know, it's a disappointing field size, but no way disappointing how competitive it's going to be.
The big two are there,
so the big two are there, and you never know, they have to get round as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That should be an absolute cracker. And finally, on all the preview nights, you always hear of the banker of the week. Allaho has pretty much been the one everyone says is more or less a steering job. We know it doesn't always work out like that in the world of horse racing, but he's going to be very, very tough to beat, isn't he? Do you see any potential flaws or chinks in his armour coming into this assignment?
Not really.
No.
He was very good last year. He dropped back in trip at Punchestown to take on Chacun Poursois. He ran with credit, it didn't work out. He stepped back up to 2.5 miles and he's looked untouchable again.
Yeah.
His John Durkin form worked out well. He went to Thurles, bolted up there. I see no reason why anything can beat him in the Ryanair. I suppose if you're looking for one to come second to him, I think Janadel at 2.5 miles is probably his best trip.
Yeah.
He could run a decent race at double figure price.
Yeah, absolutely. That trip should suit Dana Hill there. But that pretty much wraps it up for the Thursday action. Thanks to you, Danny. Thanks for you watching at home. Of course, don't forget to keep checking out irishracing.com for all the latest news and features. Bye for now.